My girlfriend admitted that a guy she knew kissed her. She begged for forgiveness, claiming she had changed to make herself better for me. I reached out to him, and it turns out the truth is far uglier than that. I don't even know where to start. I feel like my entire world is crumbling, and I can't talk to anyone I know about this because I don't want to drag them into this mess. I just need some outside perspective. I've been with my girlfriend for 4 years. She's been my rock, especially during the hardest time of my life. A couple of years ago, I hit rock bottom. I lost my job, struggled with depression, and just completely shut down. She was the one who picked me up, supported me emotionally and financially, and encouraged me to seek therapy. Without her, I honestly don't know where I'd be right now. I really thought she was my endgame. My family loves her, my friends think she's amazing, and I've been planning to propose to her next year. But a few weeks ago, everything changed. She sat me down and told me she cheated on me a year ago. She said she wanted to come clean because she couldn't carry the guilt anymore, and she wanted to be honest before we took the next step in our relationship. She told me it happened during the summer when I was away visiting family for a month. She said a guy she knew kissed her, and while she admitted they hung out for a week afterward, she swore up and down that it was platonic after that one kiss. She told me she felt horrible about it, blocked him on everything, and worked on herself to become a better person for me. She even showed me proof that she blocked him and hasn't talked to him since. She cried a lot, even throwing up from the stress, and begged me to forgive her. I was devastated, but I also couldn't ignore everything we'd been through. So, after a lot of thinking, I decided to give her another chance. She told me the guy initiated the kiss, and since she blocked him and cut ties, I wanted to believe her. But even after deciding to stay, it was eating me alive. So, I decided to talk to that guy. I found him on Facebook and messaged him. He responded. First of all, he apologized for what happened, then he told me that it wasn't just one kiss. According to him, they made out several times, and she even gave him head, though he claimed he never saw her naked. I felt sick reading his message. I confronted my girlfriend again, ready to break things off for good. She denied everything he said. She insists he's lying and that he's trying to ruin our relationship because he wanted to be with her and she went no contact. She's been crying and begging me to believe her, but I don't know what to think anymore. I don't know what's true and what's not. I don't want to involve anyone in my personal life with this, so I'm sharing here. Relevant comments. How old are you guys? Also, were you two in constant communication during that summer? Like, were you texting or calling daily? Opie, we're both in our late 20s. I'm 29, and she's 28. During that summer, we were in regular contact. We called or texted almost every day. I thought everything was fine. She never gave me any reason to think otherwise. Comment, it honestly sounds like you put her on a pedestal because of how she helped you through your lowest point. I get it, she was there for you, but that doesn't mean she gets a free pass. You can respect what she did for you and still respect yourself enough to walk away from someone who broke your trust. Opie, you're right, I did put her on a pedestal. I thought she was the one because of how she stood by me when I was struggling. But looking back, I realize I let that blind me. Update. First off, thank you to everyone who commented on my original post. Whether your comments were supportive, critical, or calling me a coward, I appreciated the perspectives. They gave me a lot to think about, and I spent the last few days processing everything. I decided I could not continue this relationship. I could not accept the betrayal, the trickle-truthing, and the lies. When I wrote the original post, my mind was running a million miles an hour. But as I sat with it, I realized how much more she could be lying about. The trust was completely gone, and without trust, there was no foundation for a relationship. I told her I wanted to meet and talk. When we sat down, I told her that I had made the decision to end things. She immediately started bawling her eyes out, begging me to stay. She said I was abandoning her during her lowest point, just like she had been there for me during mine. She tried to justify what happened again, saying it only happened because I wasn't there when she needed someone. It was all the same BS she had been saying before. I told her this wasn't about me not being there for her. I told her I would always be grateful for everything she did for me during my tough times, but that didn't mean I could accept my boundaries being crossed. And it especially didn't mean I could accept being lied to. I told her I didn't know how much of what she said was even true. The trickle-truthing broke any hope of me trusting her again. She kept crying and said she only lied because she was scared of how I'd react. And now her worst fears had come true. She said I was walking away because of what she told me. I told her point blank, you don't get to decide how I react to your betrayal. If you were honest from the beginning, maybe we could have worked through this, but now I'll never know if you're telling me the whole truth. That was when she said she wanted to come completely clean, saying she wanted to tell me everything so we could start over. She asked me if I'd consider giving her another chance if she confessed everything right then and there. I didn't know what to say, but I told her to go ahead. I wanted to hear the truth. She admitted that besides the guy I already knew about, she had also hooked up with 2 other guys during the same summer. She claimed it didn't mean anything, that she was confused, lonely, and didn't know how to handle me being away. She said she didn't tell me earlier because she wanted to avoid hurting me but now wanted to come clean because she genuinely loved me and wanted to start over. She said she wanted to earn my trust back. I didn't even know how to react. I just sat there, stunned. At one point, I wasn't sure if I wanted to laugh or cry. I ended up saying, "Are you kidding me right now? You're telling me all this and still think we can start over?" She kept crying, begging me to give her a chance, saying she was willing to do whatever it took to prove herself. But at that moment, I was done. I told her, "This is enough. There's no coming back from this." I got up and left. When I got home, I couldn't even process everything she said. I couldn't face her again, so I sent her a text saying, "It's over. Please don't contact me anymore. I don't want to hear from you or see you. I wish you the best, but I'm done." Then I blocked her everywhere, her number, social media, everything. I felt a strange mix of emotions afterward: relief, anger, sadness, and disbelief. I couldn't believe I spent 4 years with someone who could betray me like this. I don't know what the future holds, but I know I deserve better than this. So, yeah, that was the end. Thanks again to everyone who took the time to read and comment. Relevant comments. Cheating with 3 different guys while you were away doesn't sound like a moment of weakness or a mistake. Did she ever talk about boundaries or what she wanted from the relationship? OP, I had no idea she had this moment of weakness. She never told me. She seemed committed and was always talking about building a future together. I have no idea how she reconciled doing what she did with what she told me about our relationship. Comment, what exactly did she think would happen when she came clean? Did she think you'd just shrug it off and pretend nothing happened? Cheating isn't a mistake, it's a choice. She didn't accidentally hook up with 3 guys. I think you dodged a bullet by getting out now instead of wasting more years with her. OP, honestly, I don't know what she was thinking. She said she wanted to start fresh and thought coming clean would help us rebuild trust, but I don't see how that would even be possible. Hooking up with multiple guys wasn't some accidental slip-up. It was a series of choices. I can't overlook that. Comment, she only kept confessing when she realized you weren't buying her lies anymore. That's not someone who's sorry, it's someone who's desperate to avoid consequences. You made the right call by walking away. OP, exactly. The fact that she only admitted the truth after I pushed her makes it clear she wasn't being honest because she wanted to, she was doing it to try and save face. I couldn't trust her after that.